Good morning. Actually, I should have said, how's it going, everybody? I told you, Mike, I was going to say that to open one of my videos, but I forgot. So, anyways, it is Wednesday morning. What is it? February 12th? 11th? Something like that. All I know is this coming Sunday is Valentine's Day, the 14th, and it's also Chelsea's birthday. She'll be 17. But, anyways, gotta get something off my chest. I know I should be saving this stuff for live stream nights with Jimmy, but enough is enough. So I'm watching the 11 o'clock news last night, like I do before I go to bed, and here in shithole state of New York, Emperor Cuomo is we got to open things back up before there's nothing left to open up. Our economy, there'll be no economy to let open up and all this. Yeah, well, no shit, dipshit. We've been telling you that for 10 months. But anyways, the schools can start having sports now, even contact sports like wrestling and all that. But yet in January, it was the worst month for coronavirus. Figure that out. Yeah, okay. Coronavirus wasn't a political football last year to get rid of bad orange man Trump. So I'm watching the 11 o'clock news, and they were showing a game during the sports, a high school basketball game. I don't remember what two schools, but the kids are running up and down the court playing basketball wearing masks. Well, most of them, it was below their nose, it was falling off their face, they had it around their chin. Enough is enough. Zip, if you watch this, you messaged me this morning on Instagram. Apparently NCIS is one of your favorite shows. It's also one of Barb's favorite shows. So I asked her about it because you said they were wearing masks on that. She said that the actor that plays McGee never wore a mask. Mark Harmon, who plays Gibbs, had his mask down around his chin 99% of the time. What are we doing? I mean, they don't work, folks. They don't work. 85% of the people who have tested positive have said, well, I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I wear my mask. I social distance. I hide in my basement. I mean, enough is enough with this socialistic experiment that we're doing, because you're failing. I know most of you that follow me and follow Jimmy on Barn Talking aren't failing because the majority of you feel the same way. But the sheep in this country, and then the highest paid government employee who makes more than the president there, Dr. Fauci, comes out yesterday and says, well, we got to get 80% of the people vaccinated or else we're just going to have to continue doing this. You got your schools, like even our local little rural school here. Chelsea's still only going to school 2 days a week. The other 3 is at home. You got your big city schools in your liberal areas, like, in California and Chicago and Atlanta and all that, where the teachers union is saying, no, we're not coming back. No. I even heard that one place they said, well, this could be the new normal for school. Oh, my aching ass. Can you imagine that? This is going to be the new normal for school. Kids sitting at home, doing it virtually. The only way they pass is they cheat. Because, hey, text your friend, what's the answer to this question? And don't kid yourself that that's not going on, because it is. So, I mean, what are we doing? I don't get it. I really don't. Look, I did this on my live stream with Jimmy. Can you see my glasses fogging up? I can blow the lighter out. My glasses are fogging up. Just imagine going out in the cold and watching your breath, billowing out of the mask. And you heard me. It's not like I went to blow out my lighter through that mask. But it works. I don't know. When are the American people going to stand up? I mean, we're not even, let's protect the people that we know this is affecting the most, the elderly. But they're not even getting the shots like here in New York. Very few have. I mean, they should have been the first people to get vaccinations if they wanted them. Because I know there's people who don't want them. I mean, when time comes, I'm not getting in line. One of our local adult care facilities here in this county, and they're not going to come out and tell you this, and they're not going to, say it was the vaccine, but it's going around because people talk in a small community. I mean, our county's 78,000 people, family members of the people that died talk. There was like 20 of them 2 weeks after they got vaccinated. They died. Of course, they say, well, they tested positive for COVID. Yeah. Well, I mean, draw your own conclusions. I'm not a scientist, but I'm still waiting to see the science that everybody tells us to follow. Follow the science. Well, show me the science. Show me the science on those masks. Anybody can go on YouTube or anywheres and find all sorts of experiments that people have done where they don't work. The shit still will go through them, out and in. And like I've said before, the human body inhales oxygen and exhales carbon dioxide. So what? You're going to tell me that, well, it's still safe to wear that. The carbon dioxide will go through it. Oh, okay. Well, if it does, then everything goes through it. I mean, it may stop a little something, but if people that don't wear masks are horrible people, why aren't we all dead? Why isn't Florida just, like New York back in March of last year and April of last year when Cuomo was claiming, that we were just piling the bodies up in refrigerator trucks? Seriously? Well, how come the refrigerator trucks aren't lining up in Florida where it's 80 degrees? I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what the point of this video was other than just like the title, enough is enough. I'm just pissed off. I've had enough. I just figured I'd talk to the camera and talk to all of you. And if people watch this, fine. If they don't, I don't give a shit if it gets 10 views or if it gets 10,000 views. I want to know in July and August if people are going to wake up and just say enough is enough with the bullshit. I mean, we like I said, we went from being the worst county in New York State for infection rate to now being like one of the lowest, all in a matter of 3 weeks or so. But we were the worst because of the the Halloween, the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, the New Year's surge. Okay, well, if that's true and people got out and that's how the infections rates went up and whatnot, and now all of a sudden they're back down, doesn't that kind of give you some explanation towards herd immunity, which I'm sure Florida and the Dakotas and other places have reached because, like last September when the liberal media was going after them for not locking down and their numbers spiked up, and then all of a sudden they went right back down and they've been fine ever since. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I've social distanced my entire life because I'm not a big people person, but I've always considered myself to be a mentally strong person, but this is starting to irritate me. I mean, and like my daughter, I mean, she needs to be in school. Kids need to be social with one another. It's asinine, and they're going to ruin the airline industry because I can tell you right now, next year at this time when the kids' winter break comes up, if we decide to take a vacation, because we're not this year, and we go to, let's say, Florida, we'll pull her ass out of school for a day or two the week before and a day or two the week after the week she has off and rent a vehicle so we don't put the miles on ours and drive the son of a bitch to Florida. So then we'll be spending our tax dollars to bail out the airlines, What's another 1.9 trillion or so that Biden wants to throw around? I feel sorry for her generation. Look at the debt we have now. What is it they said? It's $84,000 or $85,000 per person. It's insane. What's it going to be like for these kids growing up? I mean, And this was all political last year to get rid of Trump, with the blue states doing what they did, and the liberal media tearing apart the red states for not locking down. Well, the red states are doing pretty damn good right now. So their economy's better. They probably got way more herd immunity. And if Fauci thinks we're going to get 80% of people vaccinated, it ain't going to happen. So if it doesn't happen, what? Lockdowns and masks for the rest of our life? We become China? Or will you sheeples finally wake the frick up and, oh, I'm telling you. But, so anyways, that's all today, was just give you, the sun's actually shining. We only got about 3 inches of fluffy snow, not enough to get the plow out and plow. So probably do a snowmobile video coming up pretty soon. But could have done one the other day, but forgot to take the camera with me. So when Chelsea and I went riding. But so there's my bitch, and we'll see you in the next one.